Welcome back, everyone. Memorial Day weekend is the official kickoff for the summer grilling season. It is also the time that food safety experts are out in full force teaching us about clean eating and clean cooking. Registered dietitian and our dear friend Carolyn O'Neil is here to help us learn the do's and the don'ts to keep us safe at the plate. I cannot tell you how happy I am that you're doing this.
Well, first we're going to wash our hands.
Okay.
Here we go. This
Perfect.
is the first step in any recipe. And you know, Christine, it's interesting when you get recipes, let's say, off the internet or in a cookbook.
Yeah.
A lot of times they don't have the food safety cooking instructions. And we want those added. And actually, there's a movement for a safe recipe style guide. Now, you're a journalist. I'm a journalist.
Yes.
The AP style guide, which is something that all journalists refer to.
Yeah.
We're adding those to the AP style guide for good recipes.
That's so
And that,
important.
of course, we start with clean. And then we want to make sure that we separate the raw from the cooked products when you're out there grilling this weekend. And then, of course, we want to have proper temperatures and chill things properly as well.
So you actually have a couple of steps for us, because let's face it, if you're going to be doing anything, we know it's going to be a hot weekend, you are arming us with the right information to make sure we're cooking things the right way and storing them and so forth.
And guess what else? Food safety means it's going to taste better too. So first of all, you can see we have raw chicken. And with my raw chicken, I have a separate pair of tongs.
Got it.
And as you know, you might prepare it, you season it, then you put it on that dish.
Right.
Okay, you bring it out to the grill.
Got it.
Oh boy, you put it on the grill. And this is when you want to use a new pair of tongs or wash those tongs that touched the raw product. So when it is done, when our chicken is done here magically on the cooktop and you're serving it, you certainly do not put it back on that same platter.
No.
And when you're prepping, you can see I have two different cutting boards, one that's green and one that's red. Go ahead and separate your cutting boards to begin with.
Yeah.
Raw meat on one of them, fresh vegetables on the other. We don't want to cross-contaminate. That means keep them separated.
So important.
Now let's move on to cooking. And I have little meat thermometers here, okay? And obviously pork is going to cook to a different temperature. Chicken and beef, of course, it's rare, that's okay. And they're all going to be different. But did you know when they include these instructions, let's say, in with the new Safe Food Style Guide, when they tell you to use a meat thermometer, like 80% of people did, and when there wasn't there, it's like 20% of the people did. So it's important.
That's crazy. By the way, are you getting this? That we have to spell it out. Pretty soon in our cookbooks, it will literally say, insert the meat thermometer. But I guess if it's going to ensure our safety.
That's right.
That's
and
what
also,
matters.
you know, if it's properly cooked, it tastes better.
Right.
Now, a lot of us use a marinade, right? And
All
this
the
is
time.
a pork tenderloin, and I'm putting that marinade, a little bit of soy, a little bit of Worcestershire, a little bit of red wine vinegar.
Yum.
And you would put it up, and maybe you'd marinate overnight or for 3 hours. But folks, you're not going to use that marinade, are you? Okay, so let's say it comes off the grill and you're serving it and you think, oh, I've got this marinade, I'm going to put, no, that is cross-contamination.
Okay.
So as long as we have clean on the mind, let's go back and clean up some more.
I love it. And this is something so important, our fruit. Now, I typically would think if something's got the skin on it and I'm just scooping it out, I wouldn't need to clean it.
Right. Well, a cantaloupe actually is a little bit of a problem child, and you know how rough the skin is.
Yeah.
Well, bacteria can be captured there. Okay, and that is not a good thing. So I say rinse it under cold water. Even use a vegetable brush, Christine.
I never do them.
And it's just that extra step to ensure. There, you're doing an excellent job, boy. That's a clean looking.
Thank you.
Just imagine we're combing it, looking good.
Okay.
And then you know, and things you don't think about. Of course, blueberries may come in a packet of clamshell,
yes,
a little plastic, but I go ahead and rinse them off. Why not? I mean, they can collect germs that are flying around the supermarket.
Hold on, though. I have a question. Somebody said if we go ahead and rinse them when we get them, then they're going to spoil quicker.
That's right. Well, just do it before you use it.
Just
you
do
know,
it,
because obviously more water is going to make them deteriorate more quickly. And grapes, you know, they often come in that plastic bag or whatever.
Right.
I go ahead and rinse them. And this is interesting. With an orange, now you may not eat the rind, but you might. When your knife goes through there, it carries the bacteria, whatever's on the outside of that fruit, to the inside. And of course, if you're using lemon zest or orange zest or lime zest, let's go ahead and wash it first.
I've been zesting up a storm in my house.
Well,
That's
and
good
again,
to know.
it's flavor, but you don't want the bacteria flavor.
No,
so you go ahead and wash those citrus.
Got it.
And this is a recipe that is a cantaloupe cucumber gazpacho.
Yep.
So we have very clean, obviously,
cantaloupe
here.
Perfect.
And also in the recipe, red wine, a little bit of red onion, some cucumber, and you just whir it up with some
O'Neil.
salt and pepper, some olive oil, and look how pretty this is, and then garnished with a little bit of mint. And I want you to try that.
I know. I was like, I
it's
wanna
very
try this.
fresh, and of
This
course
is
very safe because we
beautiful.
followed. Oh, I think I might just wash my hands again.
This is incredible. Are we going to have this up on our Facebook page? Trent, just kidding, he's not here.
Oh, very funny. Okay, and now I have a bit of a quiz. We have a mystery item in this mystery box. This is one of the #1 culprits in food safety. Reveal, if you will, and why we want to be careful. Sprouts. Okay.
They're not that important to me. I don't know. Anybody else?
Alfalfa sprouts, and they.
Hold on, Haley loves them.
Of course you can love them. When you buy them, get them to the refrigerator right away. You will notice that they have a very short expiration date.
They do.
I noticed when to use. And of course, any foods you use them on a sandwich or a salad, keep those cold too, because that brings us to our final safety tip, which is chill.
Right.
Make sure that your refrigerator is at least 40 degrees. It should be under 40 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a danger zone. If food lingers in the danger zone between 40 and 140, that is when bacteria multiply.
Okay, and Carolyn, what about also, speaking of things chilling, what about when I'm up at the lake this weekend and we have food sitting out, and suddenly how much time do we really have for that food to be out before it does?
Well, it's going to be hot, right?
Yeah.
No more than an hour, for gosh sake. And usually they say, you know, your leftovers are good for a couple days, or, you know, get them in. No more than an hour. Get it into, or keep it on ice. Look at this salad bowl that I got. This is just a regular salad. Could be your potato salad or macaroni. In the bottom, I have those little chiller things. Or you could put ice. Again, it's just being smart, and so that you can enjoy your Memorial Day weekend and those fresh vegetables that are so tasty.
And listen, when you're at a barbecue, if you do see something and your red flags are going off, Carolyn, what do we do?
Well, if you see somebody using that marinade on the cooked meat, or you see somebody putting that cooked chicken back on the platter where the raw chicken was, as my mother, Jessie O'Neil, said, you say something. You say, excuse me, did you not know that over 2 million people a year are victims of foodborne illness? Let's get a clean plate.
Let's get a clean plate, people. You may not be invited back, but you'll all be safe that night, okay? Carolyn O'Neil, I love you so much. I love you.
Happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy. That's what it's all about. It's the happyhealthykitchen.com, the Happy Healthy Kitchen, for all of our great tips and advice.
And this recipe.
That is amazing. Really, really good. Okay. Well, May is also, you may not know this,